will have to show some cogent reasons about how there is an actual media trial that is going on against him with some proper evidence in place along with media reports, and these statements cannot be just made out of thin air before the court of law.
So, well, Nalini, clearly Brij Bhushan here is more apprehensive about the details of the charge sheet being leaked. He's accused the media of conducting a trial on him. Very upset that a lot of information of the charge sheet has now come out, including those very damning images that shows clearly on Brij Bhushan making those advances, physical advances towards some of those victims that could really add up against or amount to a conviction sooner than later. Nalini, thank you very much for joining us. But relief here briefly, barely for 2 days for the axed WFI chief Brij Bhushan. In fact, Brij Bhushan, his tenure as the WFI chief has ended. He surely did not resign from it because he remained defiant on the allegations that were leveled against him, claiming his innocence. Delhi court has now granted him interim bail, and his regular bail plea would be heard on Thursday. This comes in the backdrop of some photographs that are quite incriminating as proof that's come out on the wrestlers' dangal for justice. There are photographs that we're showing to you here that confirm the suspended WFI, or rather the WFI chief who has completed his tenure, Brij Bhushan's presence at those events where alleged incident of sexual harassment took place. These form really a part of the technical evidence in the Delhi police's charge sheet against Bhushan Sharan Singh. 2 photographs allegedly show him making these advances towards the complainant. In the testimony given by 6 women wrestlers, there is mention of 10 such cases in which there's an allegation of molestation. The BJP MP faces some serious charges of sexual harassment, inappropriate touching, intimidation, stalking, etc. All right, on that note, I'm going to slip into a short break. You could log on to indiatoday.in. You could also download our app. Stay tuned for a lot more on the Alliance versus Alliance meet, the NDA meet versus the opposition unity meet happening right as we speak. Preeti Chaudhary on the other side.
Many more lives? How many more houses? How many more vehicles? How many more villages? Annual nightmare drowns the north. India Today reports from every spot.
There are small children who are living in these houses, and this is the national capital we are talking about.
Each and every household, that's what we can see.
The holy shrine that saved Mandi from a disaster.
We report, we demand, we fix accountability. Maximum reporters, maximum coverage, monsoon mayhem.
Aam Aadmi Party is making it clear now BJP is their main enemy. Who is KCR's main enemy? You're on mute.
Of doubt.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Iota of doubt at all that the NDA has failed the nation. But the Congress should realize that nation means every state including Telangana. You've started off saying that is it BJP versus Congress? It is not only BJP versus Congress, because the Congress should understand the meaning of opposition unity. 22nd March 2018, in Hassan of Karnataka, Rahul Gandhi attacked Deve Gowda ji and his party Janata Dal Secular. But on May 18th, 2018, when Congress needed to be in power, Rahul Gandhi ji reportedly apologized Deve Gowda ji and there was an alliance. Same in Maharashtra, Rahul Gandhi attacked Shiv Sena as the B team, A team of BJP. And what happened? Later on, Rahul Gandhi needed Shiv Sena, they were in power, they were in Mahavikas Aghadi alliance. Now, I'm not just quoting old examples. In this year, 22nd February 2023 in Agartala, Rahul Gandhi ji's statement, Trinamool Congress is a B team of BJP. Same thing, he comes here, attacks KCR ji, calls us as B team of BJP. Why would we entertain both BJP and Congress when we have been defeating both these parties? And why Mr. Rahul Gandhi?
So you will not choose. Are you telling me you are not in a position because Congress is your main opponent in Telangana? You do not want, plus you want to engage with whoever is in center, you will not choose. Am I correct? you will stay equidistant and take your call after the elections of 2024.
Yeah, because we strongly believe that in NDA there is the DNA of Congress leadership also. Because Rahul Gandhi ji doesn't come and attack the NDA or Prime Minister Modi here in Telangana. We are surprised about it. And their PCC president here, when Prime Minister Modi has already begun his election campaign here, this man shifts his base from Telangana and goes to the United States of America and holidays there. And till date, they have not even held a press conference against Modi ji's failure for Telangana and its promises. That itself explains.
Why does this happen? Let me tell you the science behind it.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today News.
You are watching India Today.
Very good afternoon. You're watching our rolling coverage as many developments, political at that, take place on this thriller political Tuesday. There are two parallel conclaves of the opposition and the NDA taking place today. The opposition taking place in Bengaluru. We're expecting to hear from them in just about an hour from now. Have they come up with a new name? What happens with the UPA? All of that coming in. And at about 5 p.m. the NDA meet with 38 parties starting, 26 of the opposition, 38 of the NDA, all leading up to the numerical figure of 2024 general elections. Let me take you through the headlines first. Mega opposition huddle in Bengaluru underway. Kharge says Congress not interested in Prime Minister's post. Sonia says new name of United Opposition shouldn't have India in English. Prime Minister Modi's unsparing attack on opposition, says families first nation, nothing for opposition, reiterates Prime Minister's 20 lakh crore graft attack on opposition.
गाइड कुछ है, हाल कुछ है, लेबल कुछ है, माल कुछ है। 24 के लिए 26 होने वाले राजनीतिक दलों पर ये बड़ा फिट बैठता है।
NDA's counter-strike on united opposition. BJP and 38 allies meet at 5 p.m. this evening. Prime Minister Modi to attend mega meet. Court grants interim bail to suspend WFI boss Brij Bhushan. 2-day interim bail for Brij Bhushan. Regular bail plea to come up on Thursday. Tamil Nadu Mantri Ponmudi grilled for over 8 hours at Chennai ED office. Summoned again for grilling today at 4 p.m. All right, viewers, it's day 2 of the opposition meet. It is underway in Karnataka's Bengaluru. Many developments taking place. Lots up for discussion. The top brass of the Congress party, Mallikarjun Kharge, Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, all at the meeting there. Congress is hosting it as Karnataka is a Congress-run state. Bigwigs of 26 opposition parties, including Mamta Banerjee, MK Stalin, Arvind Kejriwal, Nitish Kumar, Sharad Pawar and others are all present to deliberate strategies to take on the ruling BJP in the 2024 Lok Sabha battle. The second opposition meet comes about 3 weeks after the first meeting that took place in Patna, Bihar on the 23rd of June. Now, pledging for unity, Congress Chief Mallikarjun Kharge opened the meeting saying that Congress is not interested in the Prime Minister's post. Instead, the opposition is interested in protecting what the Congress said was constitutional democracy, secularism and social justice.
जरूरी है देश के लिए, देश को बचाना है, डेमोक्रेसी को, इसलिए हर हालत में देश के किसान, मजदूर, नौजवान, माइनॉरिटी सबकी रक्षा करना है। नरेंद्र मोदी के शासन में बिल्कुल समूचा समाप्त हो चुका है।
I think this is a good meeting. This is a fruitful meeting, and it's a constructive decision to be taken. All the agenda is very fruitful. Let us discuss it today, and if the outcome today, what we discuss, after that the outcome may be the good for the people of this country.
हम सब लोग एक साथ इसलिए आए हैं क्योंकि देश के लोकतंत्र, देश के संविधान, देश की जो भाईचारा है, जो डाइवर्सिटी है इस देश की, उसको बचाने के लिए हम लोग सब लोग एकजुट हुए हैं। और जिस तरह से संवैधानिक संस्थाओं पर दुरुपयोग कराया जा रहा है, जिस हिसाब से देश की संपत्तियों को बेचा जा रहा है, इन सारे जो असल मुद्दे हैं, इन पर बात ना करके जो जहर की बातें जो हैं, जो नाकों से चलती हैं, उसकी बात की जानी है। इसलिए हम सब लोग मजबूती के साथ एक साथ हैं।
जो इस वक्त मुल्क के हालात हैं, जिस तरह हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को उसके साथ खिलवाड़ हो रहा, हमारी डेमोक्रेसी के साथ खिलवाड़ हो रहा, हमारी डाइवर्सिटी जो हमारे मुल्क की ताकत है, जो गांधी के मुल्क की ताकत है, सबको मलियामेट किया जा रहा है। इसलिए सब पार्टीज को इकट्ठा होके द आइडिया ऑफ इंडिया हैज टू बी सेव्ड।
I think it's important that we put up a united stand against everything that is going wrong in this country, particularly the way in which the Constitution is being eroded, the way in which the secular fabric of this country is being undermined, and all sensible parties need to come together and unite in opposition to this.
मीटिंग जरूरी इसलिए है, देश को बचाना, लोगों को बचाना, पॉलिटिकल लीडर के साथ जिस तरह व्यवहार हो रहा है, और मैं ये कहता हूँ कि देश की 2/3 जनता भारतीय जनता पार्टी के खिलाफ है, 2/3 जनता खिलाफ है। तो इस बार भारतीय जनता पार्टी का सफाया होने के लिए सब एक है।
I think it is important because Mr. Narendra Modi got a chance to rule the country for the last 10 years, and he has made a complete mess of almost every sector in the country. He has created so much of hatred amongst the people. The economy is in shambles. There is so much of inflation. There is so much of unemployment in all sectors. So now I think it's a time that people of this country want to get rid of him.
I think India is under a tremendous assault today, multidimensional. And the country has to be saved in order to change it for the better.
प्रधानमंत्री जी का दिन प्रतिदिन कद बढ़ते जा रहा है, देश में नहीं विदेशों में भी। तो इससे अपने देश के जो विपक्ष के लोग हैं उनको ईर्ष्या हो रही है, दूसरे को सुख देख करके ईर्ष्या हो रही है। अपना दुख से तकलीफ उनको नहीं है कि वो कहाँ है। रोज विपक्ष रोज टूट रहा है, और 2014 से लेके और आज तक देश की राजनीति में हमारे परम आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का एक अच्छा व्यवहार है, स्वभाव है, काम करने का तौर तरीका है, इससे विपक्ष को जलन हो रहा है।
All right, just about viewers, in the next 40 minutes, we should hear a press conference from the united opposition. One thing is very clear, that there is going to be a change in the coalition of opposition, the name especially. United Progressive Alliance 1, 2, 3, whatever it might have been, is done and dusted, laid to bed, laid to rest. There is going to be no UP, as there are new members where the opposition coalition is concerned right now. However, what will be the new name of this new coalition of the opposition? Interesting. We're going to try and get an understanding from our reporters on what really is going to be the new name of this coalition. Word coming in, especially with, all of them coming in on one platform, what it really means. And there we have it. The UPA has renamed itself, and that's the news that we are breaking. UPA has renamed itself as India. Biggest news break on United Opposition Huddle. India Today first with new opposition bloc name. India is going to be an acronym for Indian National Democratic Inclusive Alliance. So viewers, going into 2024, we can safely say it's India versus NDA. It will be India versus NDA. What is the full form of India? The acronym of India, of Indian National Democratic Inclusive Alliance, is going to be INDA. very interesting. The headline now, at least going into 2024, will be India versus NDA. The UPA has been laid to rest. The United Progressive Alliance, done and dusted, a new name. And the new name, Sagai Raj, my colleague, joining us from the opposition meet venue. The acronym is India, Sagai. Earlier on, it seemed that there was an intention of getting a Hindi name and not using India as the name, an English name. Sonia Gandhi had apprehensions of that. But having said that, now the new name for the opposition alliance is India. It's the acronym for a larger terminology. Give us the latest.
Absolutely, every single leader have proposed with a name, and everybody wanted consensus of one single name. And what we get to learn is everybody were on the same page when they proposed India, that is India National Democratic Alliance, Inclusive Alliance. And what we get to learn is Sonia Gandhi has objected that and said that we need to come up with a name in Hindi which will be very vocal, which will reach out to the people. But still they are taking a decision on the name. But as of now, India is a name which is doing rounds. Probably that might be the opposition.
Sagai, it's confirmed, it seems. It is confirmed. It seems RJD has tweeted it out. The Rashtriya Janata Dal Lok handle, the Rashtriya Janata Dal handle, Twitter handle has tweeted it out. So has Priyanka Chaturvedi from the Shiv Sena. INDIA, Indian National Democratic Inclusive Alliance versus now, viewers, the National Democratic Alliance, NDA. It will be India, INDA versus NDA going into 2024. Sagai, take us through what are the modalities of India? Have any other decisions being made? When can we hear the press conference? Is the meeting over?
The press conference is scheduled at 4 o'clock where the top leaders will be addressing what was discussed in this entire meeting for 1.5 days, probably yesterday's evening as well as today, and whether they have come up with common minimum program, because much before this particular meeting started, the agenda was quite clear that they will come up with a new name, and now almost they have finalized with the new name of United Opposition. On the other side, we also get to learn is the discussion on common minimum program was actually not come to a conclusion. So they have also worked on a mechanism to avoid any kind of confrontation between their alliance partners. So there will be discussion how to handle any kind of differences or any kind of misunderstanding between the parties. So they are trying to work a mechanism between them. So we need to wait and watch what is the outcome of this meeting. Probably the press conference which will be addressed around 4 o'clock will reveal the outcome of this particular meeting of United Opposition in Bengaluru.
Well, very, very interesting, Sagai. Sagai, too early right now in terms of discussions on seat sharing, because clearly now it seems it's for the opposition's sense, from their point of view, it's well begun. They have a new name. Is India now going to meet the third time around? All of that, so many questions coming to the fore. Seat sharing, how will differences be managed? Because, I doubt if they can come up or reach a point of, bargain, especially where a common minimum program is concerned. But at least a common consensus, common issue program, all of that being discussed, or that is for later?
So, Preeti, you need to understand that all these parties have around 144 seats in their kitty all now. So probably they are targeting more, and this common minimum program, which was supposed to be discussed in this particular meeting, what we get to learn through our sources has not been discussed. So probably in the days to come, they are planning to tackle the NDA or BJP, how they're going to tackle them inside the parliament as well as outside the parliament. And even the next meeting, who will be hosting the next meeting? First was Nitish Kumar, now the Congress. Next will be Mamata Banerjee or Sharad Pawar or M.K. Stalin. believe. They will decide where will be the next meeting and what will be the agenda of the next meeting, on whether it will be on seat sharing or whether they will be on a common ideology or something else. So they have to come up with the next plan of action. Probably in the next meeting they will discuss on all these terms. So as of now, there is a strategy which has been worked out, a name which has been given, and probably the press conference will reveal or announce the name which has been decided by the United Opposition Front.
All right, press conference where the name will be decided. Once again, viewers, let's take you through a flurry of tweets coming in from opposition political parties that attended the meet. The RJD's Twitter handle has just announced it will be India versus NDA, which is INDIA. On the other hand, Priyanka Chaturvedi from the UBT, the Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray faction, has also gone ahead and tweeted out that in 2024 it will be Team India versus NDA. India is the acronym, viewers, for Indian National Democratic Inclusive Alliance. Indian National Democratic Inclusive Alliance, and it will face off with the National Democratic Alliance. Very, very interesting. One can expect when the NDA meets, when the National Democratic Alliance meets in just about 2 hours from now, you will hear a lot of commentary on INDIA, on India. But the latest that we are getting, and that's the news that we are breaking, viewers, going ahead in 2024, 26 political parties have decided that they are going to be called India. UPA has been dusted, laid to rest, and a new India is hopefully what the opposition would want to create. But earlier this morning, the Prime Minister has already set the agenda in a lot of ways, calling out the motley crew of what he calls opposition parties, coming under the charade of trying to save India, but actually a conglomerate of corruption or corrupt people. All of that aside, what we can break right now, viewers, is that the 26 opposition parties that have met in Bengaluru have come up with one consensus, and that is the name, which is India, which is National Democratic Inclusive Alliance. Indian National Democratic Inclusive Alliance. They will be facing off with the NDA in 2024. The NDA is going to meet in 2 hours from now. They say they have 38 political parties in the fray. It is clearly open election season. It's a clash of conclaves, be it the opposition or the incumbent NDA. And going ahead to 2024, things will only get that much more interesting. The Prime Minister this morning did try and set the agenda very clearly in terms of attacking one of the fiercest attacks that he's mounted on the United Opposition, without naming a single political party or political leader, targeting right from the Gandhis to Arvind Kejriwal to Lalu Prasad to even Mamta Banerjee and other political leaders as well, taking them on, calling them a bunch of corrupt politicians living under the umbrella and trying to further their own dynastic interests. Let's listen in to what the Prime Minister said, where he trained his guns at the big opposition huddle. From corruption to casteism to dynastic politics, Prime Minister, various pot shots at the opposition. The opposition today, of course, has come up together with their counter, coming up with the new name of India. Listen in to the Prime Minister first, then we're going to cut across to other political reactions.
एक चेहरे पर कई चेहरे लगा लेते हैं लोग। एक चेहरे पर कई चेहरे लगा लेते हैं लोग। आप देखिए ये लोग कितने चेहरे लगाकर बैठे हैं। जब ये लोग कैमरे के सामने एक फ्रेम में आ जाते हैं तो पहला विचार देश के सामने क्या आता है? पहला विचार देश के लोगों के मन में यही आता है, पूरा फ्रेम देख करके देशवासी यही बोल उठता है, लाखों करोड़ों रुपए का भ्रष्टाचार। लोकतंत्र के लिए कहा जाता है ऑफ द पीपल, बाय द पीपल, फॉर द पीपल, लेकिन इन परिवारवादियों का मंत्र है ऑफ द फैमिली, बाय द फैमिली, फॉर द फैमिली। फैमिली फर्स्ट, नेशन नथिंग, इन लोगों का मोटो है, इनकी यही प्रेरणा है। नफरत है, नफरत है, घोटाले हैं, नफरत है, घोटाले हैं, तुष्टीकरण है, मन काले हैं। नफरत है, घोटाले हैं, तुष्टीकरण है, मन काले हैं। परिवारवाद की आग के दशकों से देश हवाले हैं।
Once again, let's take you through the latest news break that is coming in. The opposition has come up, like I said, the UP had done destined laid to rest. A new formulation coming together with the acronym of India, standing for Indian National Democratic Inclusive Alliance. In all probability, viewers, we are going to be looking at a 2024 general elections where India faces off with the NDA and the Indian National Democratic Inclusive Alliance versus the National Democratic Alliance is what the picture will be in 2024. If this opposition actually stands, that's the question. Lots of commentary coming in, cutting across to Mr. Amit Malviya from the Bharatiya Janata Party, the IT cell head. Mr. Malviya, what do you make? You're going to be facing off come 2024 with India. It's India versus NDA.
Well, it doesn't matter whatever name the opposition regroups, because it doesn't change the character of the people who are part of this alliance. They were called the UP earlier, and there was clearly nothing progressive about the alliance except for the fact that it perpetuated corruption. Everybody in that alliance is dynastic, is corrupt, and is probably coming together to save and protect their own self-interest. SIMI was a banned organization because it was radical. People in the SIMI regrouped under a different name, but that did not change its character. It's similar. You could be called UPA till 2014, but since people identify you with obnoxious amount of corruption, so you regroup under a different name, it's not going to change anything.
On that account, there has been commentary from either sides that the current NDA is actually no different if it comes down to dynastic politics. You have the LJP, you have the JJP, you have the Apna Dal, you have the Ajit Pawar NCP faction, and the same Ajit Pawar, which till 2 weeks ago was corrupt. So, you know, the arguments stand both ways. It cuts both ways then.
Well, the fact is that a dynastic succession means that somebody inherits the position his family leaves behind. And as far as the BJP, which is the lead party in the NDA is concerned, there is nothing dynastic about it. People vote for character of the leader. In our case, we have Prime Minister Modi, who is the tallest leader in the country. He is the most popular leader in the world. On the other side, you have Rahul Gandhi, whose entire generations are steeped in corruption, from the Jeep scandal to Bofors, and most recently the UPA, which saw Colgate and all kinds of scams which were there. Both Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi are currently out on bail. So the nature of the leadership, the character of those leading these alliances is most important. And clearly there is no comparison. This attempt to draw equivalence between a corrupt dynastic UPA and a more meritocratic, progressive NDA, I think is a alibi that we must not lean too much on.
Mr. Malviya, appreciate you joining us. Thank you. There are lots of commentary coming in. Let's cut across to other political reactions as well. You just heard the BJP IT cell, Mr. Amit Malviya. Questions, of course, now that will be raised on be it the dynastic components of both the NDA and now the INDIA, which is India. Both of them, in terms of dynastic components, are rich. Even where the NDA is concerned, you have the likes of LJP, JJP, Apna Dal, NCP, Ajit Pawar. In terms of the corruption charges as such, enough leveled on either sides of the divide. But ultimately, one thing is very clear: the leadership issue is fairly settled. Is Prime Minister Modi leading the charge where the NDA is concerned? And that is a huge plus point for the NDA, where if you see the conglomerate on the left-hand side, nobody quite knows who's leading it. Even yet, the Congress very clearly opened the remarks at the conclave saying we don't want to be the Prime Minister. If the Congress doesn't, then who is going to take the lead? In all probabilities, Congress has turned out to be the pivot on which stands the fulcrum of opposition unity. With that, a quick break. Do stay with us. We're back with the latest on the other side.
are watching India Today.
I don't read the news. I read between the lines to tell you the true version of events. The true story of our times.
To document grief, the toughest assignment for any journalist to be.
From those who matter.
Women politicians going to stick up for each other.
Of those who should matter. I document the truth. I don't distort the truth. I don't glamorize the truth. I don't gloss over the truth.
The ghosts of India's contentious medieval history have come knocking again.
I hustle for the truth. On the ground, in the newsroom, in the studio. I don't try to grab eyeballs.
I inform you to make you see the point.
To the Point with Preeti Chaudhary. At these times, only on India Today.
When Seema Haider reached India, she declared that she had married Sachin in Nepal itself and that she had accepted Hinduism. In India, Seema Haider was seen practicing all rituals of a Hindu married woman, even puja and bhajans. A Muslim woman from Pakistan leaving her husband, living in India and adopting Hinduism. For the radical Muslims of Pakistan, this was no less than a crime. And so the frustrated fundamentalists started threatening the Hindu community in Pakistan. Make no mistake, this was no empty threat. The rocket launchers that were used by Pakistani terrorists are now being used on Hindu temples. However, Pakistan is claiming that the attack on Hindu temple was the handiwork of local dacoits. Reports suggest a gang of dacoits attacked the temple in Pakistan's southern Sindh province. The attack was carried out in the Kashmir area where rocket launchers were fired at Hindu temples and houses. Fortunately, the temple was closed. It is maintained by the Bagri community and is opened only once a year. Kashmir police says 8 to 9 people were involved in the attack. Pakistan police also suspect that this attack may be linked to Seema Haider's PUBG love story, as fundamentalists had threatened the Hindu community. A similar attack took place a few days ago when bulldozers demolished a Hindu shrine. This is not the first time Hindus have been under attack in Pakistan, in the Sindh province especially. Hindus are systematically persecuted and forcibly converted. Bureau Report, India Today.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
After Senthil Balaji, now it's DMK Minister Ponmudi. Another Tamil Nadu Mantri is under ED lens as investigators knocked at the minister's residence early on Monday morning. Ponmudi and his sons were subjected to raids by multiple teams. Their properties in Chennai and Viluppuram searched by the agency. The DMK minister faces charges of money laundering similar to his colleague Senthil Balaji.
case came for hearing on June 19th in Madras High Court, and at that time Gautam Sikhamani urged the court to quash the case, which is about a time when Ponmudi was the mines minister between 2007 and 2011 and is said to have allegedly misused the quarry license and mined close to 2.64 lakh truck loads of red sand, causing a 28 crore loss to the exchequer.
As expected, the DMK has lashed out at BJP over the raids, making it clear that like Balaji, they will back Ponmudi through this corruption saga. Tamil Nadu CM M.K. Stalin, who touched down in Bengaluru for the opposition meet, linked the huddle with the crackdown on his minister.
மேலே கூட பொன்முடி அவர்கள் மீது சுமத்தப்பட்டிருந்த கடந்த கால ஆட்சியால் சுமத்தப்பட்டிருந்த 2 வழக்குகளிலிருந்து அவர் விடுதலை செய்யப்பட்டிருக்கிறார். ஏன் உங்களுக்கே தெரியாதா? நீங்க மனசாட்சியில கை வச்சு சொல்லி கேட்டு பாருங்க. உங்களுக்கே இது நியாயமா? இது எதுக்காக செய்யறாங்க அப்படிங்கிறது உங்களுக்கு தெரியும்.
These raids by ED promptly kicked off a political storm in Tamil Nadu as the DMK and BJP sniped at each other. The opposition has meanwhile come together to once again call ED a political tool of the BJP. From Aam Aadmi Party to Congress, parties part of the opposition huddle expressed their solidarity with the DMK.
जो तमिलनाडु में आज हमारे एजुकेशन मिनिस्टर डीएमके के एजुकेशन मिनिस्टर पर जो आज ईडी की रेड हो गई है, ये भी एक प्रेशर करने का एक टैक्टिस है. जोर जबरदस्ती हो गई तो उसके खिलाफ हम लड़ते रहेंगे.
Will Ponmudi meet a similar fate as his colleague Senthil Balaji and be arrested? Can DMK emerge out of this corruption cloud that it finds itself shrouded in? With Pramod Madhav, Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, let's shift the focus now from Bengaluru to the national capital for a brief while we wait for the press conference coming in of the opposition. NDA partners have begun to arrive at the mega meet. Chief Minister Shinde of the Shiv Sena, the Ajit Pawar NCP camp, all arriving in Delhi. Praful Patel that you see on your television screen. Mega meet of BJP and 38 allies in Delhi to take place in a short while from now. The NDA counter strike on the united opposition. Will it be the NDA versus India, which is INDIA? No official confirmation on that name yet, but it seems in all probability that's what it is going to be. But right now, NDA partners, 38 of them all coming in for the mega meet. It's a clash of conclaves, viewers. One of the opposition in Bengaluru, Karnataka, the other one in the national capital of the NDA. Muscle flexing, a peacock dance, a show and tell, all the political cliches also that come to mind where it is a massive show of strength from either sides. What will it tantamount to? 26 of the opposition, 38 of the NDA, leading up to the numerical figure of 2024 general elections next year. Let's listen in to all the reactions coming in.
एनडीए की बैठक हो रही है आज और हम लोग सभी लोग हैं। मेरे ख्याल से 38 पार्टीज इसमें शामिल हो जाएंगे। शिवसेना एक एनडीए का और बीजेपी का बहुत ही पुराना पार्टनर है। अटल जी, अडवाणी जी और मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में अभी महाराष्ट्र में हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं, तो निश्चित रूप से इसलिए हम लोग आज की बैठक में शामिल हैं।
आज एनडीए की प्रथम बैठक है और अजीत पवार जी और मैं इस बैठक में उपस्थित रहेंगे एनसीपी की ओर से, और हम अच्छा ही चाहेंगे कि एनडीए यशस्वी हो प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में। और आज इस बैठक के बाद देखेंगे कि आगे का एजेंडा क्या तय होता है। भाई देखिए, सबको अपनी अपनी पार्टी के हिसाब से निर्णय लेने का अधिकार है और बैठक वहाँ बेंगलोर में हो रही है, वो अपने हिसाब से काम करेंगे, हम हमारे हिसाब से काम करेंगे।
All right, we're going to split the frame in a short while, but right now all focus on the national capital where the NDA meet is taking place. Members of the NDA, some of them newly minted, all coming in together. You just saw Praful Patel along with Ajit Pawar, Deputy CM of Maharashtra, along with the Chief Minister of the Shiv Sena there of Maharashtra, Eknath Shinde, also coming in. Cutting across to Aishwarya Paliwal, joining us for the NDA meet. The latest details filtering in. Aishwarya, what does it look like? Who all have come in? When does the meet begin?
Well, the meeting begins at 5 p.m. What we are expecting is the Prime Minister to be reaching anywhere between 4:45 to 5 p.m. Preeti. A very crucial meeting. However, the BJP at the moment is saying that this is the 25th year of the NDA and that's the reason why this meeting is taking place. But we all know what the opposition has been saying that because they all gathered in Patna, that's the reason why the BJP is now making sure that all the allies come back into their fold. A very crucial meeting. We are also expecting a press conference later in the day today. Preeti.
All right, expecting a press conference later in the day. 38 political parties that have come in where the NDA is concerned. It's political muscle flexing, of a different level. Like I said, show and tell, peacock dance, numbers versus numbers. But ultimately, it'll come down to the litmus test of 2024. But that's the latest news. NDA meeting to begin at 5 p.m. The new members of the NDA coming through. You just saw the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Eknath Shinde, as well as the new Deputy CM, Ajit Pawar, alongside Mr. Praful Patel. All of them coming in. But the big focus right now is also going to be what really comes off these two meetings. So we give you a ringside view on both sides. You have at one level the NDA alliance meet in the national capital. On the other hand, you have the opposition meeting in Bengaluru. The NDA key alliance meet is to be held at 5 p.m. Allies of the BJP-led NDA will hold a key meet in Delhi today. The meeting of the BJP-led NDA is scheduled to be held on a day when several opposition parties are deliberating in Bengaluru in an effort to unite against the Modi government in the polls to come. In a show of strength, the NDA meet chaired by the BJP chief Nadda is expected to witness the participation of 38 alliances, several new allies, including Shiv Sena, headed by Maharashtra Chief Minister as well as MCP. The Lok Janshakti Party chief Chirag Paswan will also attend the BJP-led NDA meet in a show of strength by the ruling party. This after Chirag Paswan met Amit Shah earlier. With the BJP now making all-out efforts to retain its majority in Lok Sabha for a third straight term, its leadership has made pragmatic adjustments to accommodate new allies.
Direct benefit transfer में 28 लाख करोड़ रुपए have been directly transferred to the beneficiaries right into their accounts. And still we are trying to see to it. We have been able to block check the leakage of 4 to 5 lakh crores जो लीकेज का स्कोप था. उसी तरीके से अगर हम देखें डिजिटल टूल्स का उपयोग बहुत बड़ी मात्रा में गवर्नेंस में बढ़ा है, जिसके कारण एक पारदर्शिता, ट्रांसपेरेंसी, उसको हम लोगों ने आगे बढ़ाया है. गांव, गरीब, वंचित, पीड़ित, शोषित, दलित, युवा, महिला, किसान, इन सब के प्रति स्कीम्स को फोकस किया गया है और फोकस करने के कारण इनके एम्पावरमेंट में हम लोगों को बहुत ही सफलता मिली है और इसके कारण भी एनडीए और एनडीए के घटक दलों में एक उत्साह, एक वातावरण देखने को मिलता है और तीव्र गति से आगे चलने की आकांक्षा को हम आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं। पिछले 9 सालों में स्ट्रॉन्ग लीडरशिप ऑफ प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी, यह हम सब लोगों को देखने को मिली है, जिसको देश ने भी सराहा है और एक बहुत ही पॉजिटिव वातावरण बना है। एक साधारण भारतीय भी गौरवान्वित महसूस करता है जब वो देखता है, बेचारा पढ़ा लिखा भी कम है तब भी वो जानता है कि मोदी जी ने कोविड मैनेजमेंट में दुनिया में एक मिसाल पेश की है, जहां बड़े बड़े डेवलप्ड देश अपने आप को अनडिसाइसिवनेस के कारण, अनिर्णयता की स्थिति के कारण वह सफल नहीं हुए, वहीं प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में कोविड मैनेजमेंट में दुनिया में मिसाल दी।
Anupriya ji, opposition is now saying that the NDA and the BJP is scared because of what took place in Patna, and that's the reason why this NDA meeting is taking place. Do you think BJP and all the other parties are scared, or do you think it's the opposition which is scared?
I think they're living in denial. Past 2 election results have clearly shown that the common voter of the country has its faith completely in the NDA alliance and in the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. Insofar as our meeting today is concerned, it's a regular exercise. NDA partners do meet. We do speak to the Prime Minister. We do raise our individual concerns with respect to our own political parties or our own home states. So it is nothing new. And of course, 2024 election is now very close, and NDA alliance partners are today in New Delhi, giving an impression of our collective efforts, which we are going to make in the next few months to make sure that NDA comes back to power and we get another opportunity to serve the people of this great nation.
बस ये जो मीटिंग हो रही है, ये मीटिंग खाली नरेंद्र मोदी जी को हटाने के लिए हो रही है। उनकी मीटिंग जो है वो देश का विकास नहीं चाहते हैं और उनके मीटिंग में 26 पार्टीज के नेता लोग हैं। लेकिन आज जो माननीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी के उपस्थिति में जो इंडिया की मीटिंग हो रही है, इसमें 38 पार्टी के देश भर के नेता लोग आ रहे हैं और हमारा एजेंडा है कि 2024 में नरेंद्र मोदी जी को प्रधानमंत्री पद पर बिठाना और देश का विकास बहुत बड़ी गति से करना।
पूरे देश में जो जनाधार वाले नेता हैं, उनका एक बड़ा कार्यक्रम भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नेतृत्व में राजग की बैठक हो रही है और आप देखेंगे कि 2024 के लोकसभा का चुनाव का ये आगाज है और 2024 में जब लोकसभा का आम चुनाव होगा, प्रचंड बहुमत की माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की दोबारा सरकार बनेगी।
एनडीए में के जो मेन पार्टनर हैं बीजेपी की ये महानता है कि अन्य लोगों को भी साथ लेकर के चलने का प्रयास करती है वो, नहीं तो उनको तो अपने सरकार बनाने में सक्षम हैं और सबसे ज़्यादा सीट पर लड़ते भी हैं, लेकिन इससे साबित होता है कि वो सभी तरह के लोगों को समायोजित करना चाहते हैं, सभी क्षेत्रों को प्रतिनिधित्व देना चाहते हैं।
नरेंद्र मोदी जी का नेतृत्व ही ऐसा है कि पूरे देश में फिलहाल उनका कोई विकल्प नहीं है। उनके साथ एकजुट होकर हम सब लोग चुनाव लड़ेंगे और अगली सरकार फिर उनके नेतृत्व में बनेगी।
विपक्ष के लोग बेंगलुरु में मीटिंग कर रहे हैं कि विपक्ष को मजबूत किया जाए। कब के लिए? 24 के लिए। दिल्ली में मीटिंग हो रही है, अशोका होटल 5 बजे मीटिंग हो रही है कि तीसरी बार माननीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी को प्रधानमंत्री बनाया जाए। अब दोनों में सोच लीजिए, वो विपक्ष की लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं, यहाँ सरकार बनाने के लिए फाइनल हो गया है। हुआ 26 लोग पता लग रहा है कि इकट्ठा हो रहे हैं, यहाँ 38 लोग हैं। अगर दोनों लोगों को तर्जुए में तौल देंगे तब वो कहाँ खड़े होंगे वो लोग।
पावर हैज brought so much of arrogance in Bharatiya Janata Party that they were only focusing on one individual, and that is Mr. Narendra Modi. But what happened after NDA came into power? Shiv Sena left them, Shiromani Akali left them, Telugu Desam Party left them, numerous parties, JDU left them, So strong regional parties left NDA. So today, with just to show that there are parties or stakeholders in them, why doesn't Bharatiya Janata Party have the guts to fight alone?
बैठक में तो रणनीति बनेगी और मोदी जी को बधाई देना होगा कि आपके पिछड़ों के निषादों के मछुआरों के और सभी जाति धर्म का नेतृत्व करने की क्षमता, इस देश के नेतृत्व करने की क्षमता आपके अंदर है और उन्हें उस समय अवसर मिलेगा। सारे दल मिलेंगे आपस में, कैसे हम लोग इस जो जन कल्याणकारी नीतियां बनी हैं उसे धरातल पर उतारे गए हैं, कैसे हम लोग आपस में तालमेल मिलाकर फिर 2024 का जीत सुनिश्चित करेंगे और एनडीए की सरकार बनाने की रणनीति मिलेगी।
देखिए, बीजेपी में हलचल नहीं है, सही शब्द है भगदड़। उनका जो इनपुट है इंटेलिजेंस एजेंसीज का, वो साफ साफ बता रहा है कि 2014 से खराब स्थिति भाजपा की होने वाली। उन पार्टियों को शामिल करके संख्या बढ़ा रही है 35, 36, 37, जिनका एक एमपी नहीं, जिनके वोटों का प्रतिशत नहीं। वो सिर्फ गिनती गिन रहे हैं, जैसे पहाड़ा बच्चे को सिखाया जाता है।
All right, let's quickly listen in to that quick interview of Rajdeep Sardesaiya, consulting editor, with the LJP chief Chirag Paswan, a new member of the NDA.
Chirag, just 15 months ago, you were at war with the NDA when you were evicted from your late father Ram Vilas Paswan's house. Now you are coming back to the NDA. What has suddenly changed?
Well, to begin with, Rajdeep ji, let me begin by saying this, that I feel so nostalgic and I feel so emotional today talking to you, because I remember my last interview with my father together was with you only. And so yes, I mean, this makes me a little emotional remembering those things. But coming back to your question, well, I wasn't really at war with BJP. I mean, even when my house was, when it was evicted, I was to do that because I wasn't really authorized to continue staying in that house because I wasn't really eligible. But then, yes, the way I was thrown out of the house, that was one of the concerns. But my fight is not for my, it's not for me individually, I have bigger goals. It's more for my party, it's more for my state. So yes, I mean, alliances are made on that basis, not keeping your personal benefits in mind. It's always for the benefit of the party, benefit of the state, and more importantly, your ideology that you believe in. So yes, I mean, coming back in an India alliance is keeping all those things in mind.
All right, the latest now coming in. The Prime Minister also training his guns at the big opposition huddle, from corruption, casteism to dynast politics. Prime Minister attacked several opposition leaders. Without naming them, he took on Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, Rahul Gandhi, Bengal Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee for Bengal Panchayat poll violence, and also Tamil Nadu Chief Minister MK Stalin for graft scandal. Made scathing attacks on the Gandhis as well, taking a jibe at the opposition. The mega meet, Prime Minister branded it as an undemocratic united opposition, slamming the huddle and said the opposition's motto is family first, nation nothing.
एक चेहरे पर कई चेहरे लगा लेते हैं लोग, एक चेहरे पर कई चेहरे लगा लेते हैं लोग। आप देखिए ये लोग कितने चेहरे लगाकर बैठे हैं। जब ये लोग कैमरे के सामने एक फ्रेम में आ जाते हैं तो पहला विचार देश के सामने क्या आता है? पहला विचार देश के लोगों के मन में यही आता है, पूरा फ्रेम देख करके देशवासी यही बोल उठता है, लाखों करोड़ों रुपए का भ्रष्टाचार। लोकतंत्र के लिए कहा जाता है, ऑफ द पीपल, बाय द पीपल फॉर द पीपल। लेकिन इन परिवारवादियों का मंत्र है ऑफ द फैमिली, बाय द फैमिली, फॉर द फैमिली। फैमिली फर्स्ट, नेशन नथिंग। इन लोगों का मोटो है, इनकी यही प्रेरणा है। नफरत है, नफरत है, घोटाले हैं, नफरत है, घोटाले हैं, तुष्टीकरण है, मन काले हैं। नफरत है, घोटाले हैं, तुष्टीकरण है, मन काले हैं। परिवारवाद की आग के दशकों से देश हवाले हैं।
जहां तक यूपीए का सवाल है और ये जो ऑपोजिशन के अलायंस है, ये भानुमति का कुनबा है और कहीं का ईंट कहीं का रोड़ा, भानुमति ने कुनबा जोड़ा, इस तरीके का ये अलायंस है। न तो इनके पास नेता है, न ही नीयत है, न ही नीति है और न ही फैसला लेने की ताकत है। यह फोटो अपॉर्चुनिटी के लिए अच्छा है। स्वार्थ की राजनीति पर आधारित ये एकता की जो बुनियाद है वो बड़ी खोखली है और इसीलिए यह कोई डिलीवर करने के लिए नहीं है। यह 10 साल के यूपीए के सरकार के भ्रष्टाचार और घोटालों का टोला है।
Conclave of political parties is not new to Bangalore. Earlier also they were done. But never before IAS and IPS officers have been designated and put to do the PRO work as if they are some PRO staff. And I can understand that if there is a sitting chief minister, there is some protocol. But even if those are not chief ministers now, and they are not chief ministers at all, such people are given such a protocol, which is unprecedented, misuse of government machinery to conduct their political conclaves for the political needs. It is really shameful.
All right, with that, a quick break. Coming up on the other side, a mega opposition huddle in Bengaluru, which is underway, expecting a press conference soon. To stay with us.
You are watching India Today.
हमने किसी की हत्या कर डाली हो ऐसा हमें लग रहा है। सरकार से ये चाहता हूँ, हाथ जोड़कर रिक्वेस्ट है, यहाँ पर आ जाए। अगर अभी हिंदू मुस्लिम कहीं हो गया होता तो सारे नेता वहाँ पर होते।
The blue-colored construction that you see there is a cow shelter located just below a bridge in Delhi. But the floods didn't spare it, and many cows and other animals were left stuck, battling for their lives.
काफी गायें जो हैं वो पूरी डूब चुकी हैं, जिनके अंदर पेट में पानी भर चुका है। 3 सांड मैंने अपनी आंखों से देखे हैं जो बुरी तरह से फूल के और तैर रहे हैं उसमें, जो मर चुके हैं।
अंदर स्नेक घूम रहे हैं, सांप घूम रहे हैं गौशाला में, और सांड आपस में लड़ रहे हैं। गाय एक दूसरे की तरफ भाग रही है, दौड़ रही है, टक्कर मार रही है। उनमें से गाय को पकड़ के रस्सा मारना और यहाँ तक लेके आना, आप देख लीजिए कि गौरक्षक गुंडे या सेवक है, आज यहाँ पता चल जाएगा। सारी गायों के रस्से बंधे हुए थे, अगर पानी का लेवल और बढ़ जाता तो वो गाय तो वहीं डूब के मर जाती सबकी सब।
However, these Gaurakshaks allege that no one from the government came to the rescue.
ये जमुना में ये गौशाला बना रखी है, 2-3 दिन पहले इनको नोटिस भी मिला होगा, ये गौशाला क्यों नहीं खाली करवाई गई? कोई भी सरकार की तरफ से मदद नहीं है। गौ सेवक लगे हुए हैं, गौरक्षक लगे हुए हैं, बस ये बोट जरूर आई थी, बाकी तो सारी गाय हम वहीं से खोल के और यहाँ तक ला रहे हैं और ट्रीटमेंट भी करा रहे हैं।
कैसे ला रहे हैं?
बोट के साथ 2-2 गाय बांध कर ला रहे हैं। इलाज चल रहा है, हमारे डॉक्टर भी हमारे पर्सनल आए हुए हैं। यहाँ तक तो दिल्ली सरकार ने वेटनरी डॉक्टर भी यहाँ पर अभी तक नहीं भेजे हैं।
But as for the government, they're doing all they can.
देखिए, उसके लिए एनडीआरएफ की भी मदद दी जा रही है,
और डिस्ट्रिक्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को भी कहा गया है कि हर संभव मदद दी जाए और जानवरों को निकाल के सेफ जगहों पे लाया जाए।
This man you see here is the owner of the cow shelter. He has been taking care of the shelter for the past 13 years. When asked why the shelter was constructed near a flood-prone area, he claimed to have never witnessed such a calamity here before.
गौशाला है ना, वहाँ काफी अच्छी हाइट करवा रखी है। मतलब आप पुल के लेवल में अगर आप जाओगे तो पुल का लेवल है पूरा, वो उस हिसाब से भराव करा के तो वहाँ गौशाला बनाई गई। जीवन में पहली बार ऐसा अनुभव हुआ, आपको बताएं। और बाढ़ तो हर साल आई, पर वो पानी बार जमुना में आशीर्वाद दे के चली गई।
Meanwhile, animal rescue scenes across Delhi NCR were also witnessed. In Noida also, many dog shelters were found inundated with rainwater.
On 13th July at about 4:30, the flood water started entering our shelter. We started evacuating dogs. We have about 356 dogs, and we managed to evacuate almost all of them so far, after rescue operations of about 30-35 hours. We have lost our entire solar panels, our entire refrigerator, our appliances, our oxygen concentrator, our treatment tables, all our medicines, food, everything. We have lost everything. Thankfully, our dogs are safe. We've had a few casualties as well because of drowning.
We hope that the water that has crippled the lives of not just humans but also of our communities, animals and wildlife recedes and normalcy prevails.
When Seema Haider reached India, she declared that she had married Sachin in Nepal itself and that she had accepted Hinduism. In India, Seema Haider was seen practicing all rituals of a Hindu married woman, even puja and bhajans. A Muslim woman from Pakistan leaving her husband, living in India and adopting Hinduism. For the radical Muslims of Pakistan, this was no less than a crime. And so the frustrated fundamentalists started threatening the Hindu community in Pakistan. Make no mistake, this was no empty threat. The rocket launchers that were used by Pakistani terrorists are now being used on Hindu temples. However, Pakistan is claiming that the attack on Hindu temple was the handiwork of local dacoits. Reports suggest a gang of dacoits attacked a temple in Pakistan's southern Sindh province. The attack was carried out in the Kashmir area where rocket launchers were fired at Hindu temples and houses. Fortunately, the temple was closed. It is maintained by the Bagdi community and is opened only once a year. Kashmir police says 8 to 9 people were involved in the attack. Pakistan police also suspect that this attack may be linked to Seema Haider's PUBG love story, as fundamentalists had threatened the Hindu community.
श्री मेरी माता का मंदिर है जिसको मुसलमान किया जा रहा है.
A similar attack took place a few days ago when bulldozers demolished a Hindu shrine.
7 करोड़ रुपए का भेज दिया.
This is not the first time Hindus have been under attack in Pakistan, in the Sindh province especially. Hindus are systematically persecuted and forcibly converted. Bureau Report, India Today.